Hey, how's it going? My name is Daniel Calderon and welcome back to Corner Talks. My artworks, a great way to express my creativity and love of nostalgia with just a pencil and an eraser. And drawing for me is a way of escaping. It distracts me sometimes from the reality of things and just helps me get in touch with another world. And going back to my past and back to my childhood and drawing up characters that I was inspired by, I grew up with, has always helped me and has always reminded me what I'm capable of, at least creatively. Seeing the artworks come to life, seeing them being done through the process and really having the patience to etch out that final piece and see how that character you're referencing looks on the page is really rewarding. And it helps me in a way feel back in alignment with who I am and what I want to pursue. Especially during these crazy times, it's a distraction again. It's a way to navigate through the chaos of being, home or being isolated and being cooped up. So these artworks are, again, an expression of creativity, but they're an expression of passion, expression of love for anything creative and for anything that is nostalgic. So having said that, here is volume 4 of my artworks. I've always had a fascination with Star Wars villains, from the way they're designed to the mystery that they carry, and Boba Fett was no exception. Just looking at the design, you got the iconic helmet, you got the antenna, you got this jetpack that he wears and uses in battle when things get crazy. But what really mesmerized me was the voice acting by Temuera Morrison. His dry, raspy, with a mix of malevolence and hostility was perfect for the character. It stuck with you and it made you realize this guy was a force to be reckoned with. This is a guy you don't want chasing you throughout the galaxy because he's a bounty hunter, right? And he was after the ones that were criminals or the ones that had a price on their head or the ones that had a hit on them, really, good or bad. I position this character in a way where he's looking right at the viewer. He's staring him down, and what's even more daunting about this is you don't know what's behind the mask. Again, the mystery is what makes it more spine-chilling because you don't know what's happening in his mind. You can't read his eyes, you can't read his facial expressions. And that mystery is what gives him that deadly kind of look. What was really fun for me when I was drawing this character is adding in all the details. You see, you got these nicks and these scratches over here, and you have cuts and paint ripping off. This brought an authenticity to Boba Fett because he's not to be seen, clean, polished, and never been used in battle like his father, Jango Fett. This is a character that has been through a lot. This is a character that has gone rogue, has, been outside of the code, and you see it just looking at this sketch. So again, really fun putting in all the scratches and the little details and shadings and things like that, and bringing an authenticity to a bounty hunter from a galaxy far, far away. Being a Dragon Ball Z fan, how could I not draw the face of the franchise? And that is Goku. Well, technically it's Super Saiyan Goku. Nevertheless, Goku himself is a fascinating character. He is so innocent, happy-go-lucky, just, taking life as it comes, free-spirited. The character is immediately changed, transformed when he goes Super Saiyan. Evidently seen here, when he goes Super Saiyan, he essentially transforms. He changes into a person that will do whatever it takes to save the day. And if that means beating you up, throwing you across a planet, throwing you into a mountain, ending your life, who knows how far he would go. When a character in Dragon Ball Z goes Super Saiyan, there's this sort of energy light field that encircles them, that illuminates their face in a way it comes across very intimidating. And this was so important for me when I was shading. This was so important for me when I was sketching out the face. Is I wanted, this area to be dark, and I wanted the cheeks to be lighter to give you that impression there is a light surrounding him. That is why the hair, I put like these eraser marks and the shading of darkness, because I wanted it to show you that there is some sort of like force field or energy field, whatever they call it. All I know is that it's yellow in the show and that he's ready to go. He's ready to do battle. The eyes and the scrunched nose here was to really capture the intensity of what was happening in this picture, that the grinding of the teeth and giving you that impression, giving you the viewer, because it's all about the position. That's why it's a close-up focus shot as opposed to a distance one, I wanted you to feel that he was ready to do whatever it took to get the job done. And if that means eliminating the villain, if that means, you know, taking care of some bad guys, or, you know, just interfering with a conflict, I wanted you to get the impression that it was right in the moment, right in the action. What was the one character that was so cute, so adorable, it made everyone a Star Wars fan? Baby Yoda. I mean, how could I not have drawn Baby Yoda, right? Like, this character was a favorite amongst fans, it was a favorite amongst non-fans. It was just someone that came to be and was loved by millions. And anyone that's watched The Mandalorian knows what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, you just know it through straight pop culture. It was in memes, it was in skits, it was in artworks, as seen here. It was everywhere. And people just couldn't get enough of Baby Yoda. And it's still referred to as Baby Yoda. That trend has not gone away. Everyone still loves him, even though we know now, Star Wars fans, that he has a proper name. The sketch was actually requested when I did an Instagram live with someone of my following, and they said, you know, I want to see if you can pull off this drawing. I really spent so much time on this. It looked more challenging than it looks. The shading and the detail that I had to put to make it so believable. I really wanted to focus on the eyes of Baby Yoda, because that's what makes it so vulnerable. That's what makes it so inviting to the viewer. And it took a lot of time because I wanted to get the shading just right and really capture the spirit of the character and capture the innocence, you know, with the mouth open and the little nose and, you know, his hands kind of reaching out. So you got the big ears, and this has been complimented by many people. I'm really proud of this drawing. I'm really proud of the reception it got. The shading was probably the most difficult aspect of this sketch, because I had to get, for example, the coat. I had to get to make it look like it was a piece of fur, or as, you know, authentic as possible. I had to erase certain areas and then shade them back in, and then erase and then shade them back in to give you that quality, that impression to the viewer, that it's a separate garment, it's not a piece of skin. But again, yeah, the eyes was what required the most time, and making sure that was done properly, because that's what immediately the first viewer sees, and that's what the viewer initially remembers of the character, right? Anyone who knows Baby Yoda in the show remembers those eyes, remembers how they pull you in. Thank you again for joining me on another Corner Talks. I really hope you enjoyed my discussion of my artworks, Volume 4. Like I said, guys, drawing has never been more fun, it's never been more therapeutic, and it helps bring me back to my alignment of creating and being part of my nostalgia, my love of just having any creative outlet, really. And again, if you are feeling that need to create, if you are feeling that need to be, you know, expressive in your talents, please don't be afraid. Grab that pencil, grab that piece of paper, and go at it. Draw whatever character comes to mind, whether it's one from your mind, whether it's something you saw on the internet, a character you grew up with, someone you really care about, if it's a real life person. Just draw and show the world what you can do. If you agree or disagree to what I had to say about these characters or the sketches themselves, please comment down below. I always love to see your thoughts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care, and we'll talk soon.